Okay, so here is a recap of some of the trades that I've taken today, especially on the double three settings or the double three play. So I have a chart on crude and a 3-minute on top and a 5-minute, a 15-minute at the bottom. And a double three scenario arose today during the pre-market at around 2:30. The key thing that I look for is basically waiting for the price to be at or about close to the 200 EMA on the 3-minute. So this is the 3-minute 200, and when the price kind of came around it, you would see that our magic line and the two waves are basically aligned. And at that same time, which is around 2:30, if I zoom in on the 15-minute chart, the thing that is important on the 15 also is right there. You need to have one of the waves and the magic line kind of crossing on top. And I think that's the key ingredient. So on a double wave and a magic up, you need a single wave and a magic up as well. And I think that's the key ingredient for taking that long with the base of the 200 as the value to kind of go long on. So for example, here on this opportunity, the long was at 69.68 on crude. And then basically you could then look for some target of a fixed points, or then keep trailing this opportunity onwards and upwards, basically. Right. So that was one element of the double on crude. And if you can see from that point onwards, today, crude basically has rallied all the way up. Now, that being said, there is also there were other opportunities on crude after the day progressed into the regular trading hours, and those are basically continuations on pullbacks. Obviously, when we're looking for pullbacks, we're looking for single threes on a clean 15. So the 15 waves were clean and the magic line was clean on top of the waves, which is a great sign. And then obviously we're looking for pullbacks on the 3-minute chart, which is where you get this single wave down and a magic line down, and then both of them going green again. And whenever we look for singles, we're looking for entries on the 40, which is literally this moving average. And then the entries were right there. And then a second repeat was literally a picture perfect template right there again on the 40, and then going long on both of those lines. Okay, so that was a straightforward opportunity. However, let's look at some little bit of complicated opportunities. But I think, again, if you notice certain ways to read the chart, you will usually kind of get what's happening in front of you. So now I'm going to show you a chart on copper. I've traded copper today as well. And some of the things that kind of came out in copper were as follows. So first of all, again, copper again gave, just like crude on the long side, copper was double three on the short side. Again, the same fundamental pattern that we should be looking for on copper. So you'll see here, let me zoom out again a little bit so that it becomes more clearer. And there we go. Right there. So again, magic line down, the two waves down, all of them red, entry on the 200. At the same time, you're looking for that bearish momentum on the magic line, red, and a single wave red as well. Obviously here, because of the lag on time frames, you may not see the entry properly, but you would know based on the double waves here that the entry was again on the 200 EMA right there. A little bit of double guessing on or anticipation on the 15-minute chart, but it was a very nice short trade. So that was a bit of a straightforward trade. However, the complications will arise when you have these kind of formations, where the two larger moving averages on, or the two main moving averages on the 3-minute chart, which is the 40 and the 200, they will keep sneaking around and they will squeeze. So you'll see that the cloud that we had earlier, the red cloud, is kind of disappearing between pretty much 9:27 to the close of play, right? And if you then go to the 15-minute chart, the 15-minute also looks pretty confusing, right? There's a cloud and then there's not, and there's a cloud again. So how do you play this, right? So the first and foremost thing is this magic line has to be separated from the two waves, which is, if you now look closely on the 15-minute chart, the magic line is slightly above the waves here, then goes between the waves at around between 10 o'clock and 10:45-ish, and then it kind of resurfaces on the upside, which is positive or long, and then goes back, tries to give us a scare in terms of going bearish, and then no, we are back on bullish, right? So again, a topsy-turvy day. How do you navigate this? Now, if you notice on the 15-minute chart, whilst we don't have a cloud, but the 15-minute 200 EMA is right at the bottom where my cursor is, all of that right there, right? So essentially the price is basically either sitting on the 200 or trying to go above the 200, right? So basically we need to be more bullish if we were to trade this chart. Of course, my recommendation is that if you see this kind of a EMA squeeze, that we refrain from trading this chart, but sometimes we get caught into into these kind of trades, and it's sometimes important to understand how to get out of it or how to make use of it. So if you look at the 15-minute chart, what I mentioned was that we should be of a bullish bias because price is kind of taking support of the 200 EMA and is trying to look for longer opportunities, or green or kind of bullish opportunities. So then the continuations have to be, if you look at the 3-minute chart, the continuations have to be positive, i.e., we will actually exclude this red trade. We will not take that red trade, or we will not take this short trade. Let me kind of rephrase it. We will only look for this long entry, and obviously these were doubles, so entry on the 200 right there. Again, no point taking this trade. So this one is out, this one is out. This was fine, and this was actually fine, right? So this trade right there. And the characteristics of the trade were pretty good because the magic line was up, and then the two waves. So you can stay on the 200 EMA to go long, stay on the 20 EMA, enter, and then go long, right? And then you can see here, we've got actually a third trade as well, correct one. Again, double on the 3, so 200 EMA as the entry point, and then going long. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to basically share and record for posterity's sake, and to use it religiously for all of our trading. So that's that for the day. I hope everyone is doing well, and thanks for stopping by and watching this video. Bye.